All right. Um, hey, sitting here in my backyard, and uh, it's a beautiful day. Uh, been quite busy the last couple days. On top of the condition that I have, my husband also has seizures, um, and he hadn't had a big grand mal seizure in about maybe a month and a half or so, and lots of static apparently. Anyway, he had a couple the other day, and it's always very different each time. It's always different. But any kind of stress um, will definitely cause my symptoms to begin. And so, I'm gonna move the camera over here. My head wants to be this way, guys. Okay, so little brain fog apparently. Wow. Okay, starting over. Let's see if I can do this, guys. Okay. Can't remember where I was at, so I'm gonna just move on. Maybe I'll remember in a second. Just getting a little fogged up over here. So, it's so weird, man. I'm still not used to it all, and I feel like this condition is just progressing. But the cool thing is that I did meet a couple people over the last. Well, I did meet one guy online who, on Instagram, I started following him, who has generalized dystonia, and it was interesting to hear what he had to say about it, and it made me feel really, really good. So if you or anyone that has, if you have dystonia, I encourage you to reach out and tell somebody and encourage somebody else. We gotta encourage each other, because the only people that understand or really understand what's going on is us, because, or really not understand, but at least can sympathize. I mean, it's people that have these kind of, neurological conditions. My husband and I, that's what we were talking about. My husband and I, we can, sympathize, even though mine isn't exactly like his. We can sympathize with one another, and so it made me feel really empowered when I met this guy, and heard what he had to say, and it was just realized that he was an actual physical person, and not just, I don't know, a picture on the internet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, really cool thing happened to me today. It was kind of crazy, man. Love teaching, love my students, but oh my goodness, it's a very stressful job, And today I was explaining to my students that, I teach 35 classes in all, and this is in an elementary school. I teach 35 classes, 12 classes a day. 12 classes a day. Roughly 25 kids in a class. You can imagine how many projects that we do every year in every grade level. Because kinder through fifth, right? It's just astronomical. Who knows? Probably a million pieces of paper everywhere, right? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And the kids are, because they always ask me, where's my this or that, project? And I'm like, don't know, actually. I have over 750 students. We'll get down to it. We'll find it. But, my situation, my job is really stressful. 25-minute classes, the kids change at 30 minutes, and you start kind of getting ready and transitioning at 25 minutes. So it's a stressful kind of job, Um, the cool thing that happened to me today, though, is that I met my superintendent. And I happened upon this in kind of a strange way. I'd forgotten that we were actually supposed to be eating lunch with the superintendent in the teacher's lounge. I actually went to the library, which is where I usually eat lunch with my compadres. And me and only one other teacher, the music teacher, showed up. And nobody else was there. We were sitting around going, where's everyone? Anyway, I finally realized what we were missing. We get in there. Anyway, I get shoved in front of the superintendent to sit down to eat my lunch. And I'm looking at her like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. It's so, like, petrified just being shoved there in that seat. Goodness, I can't even believe that this happened to me today. Anyway, so I'm sitting across from my superintendent. The music teacher is talking to her about how stressful our job is. And, we see the entire school because we're the special teachers. So music, PE, art, library. Anyway, she was explaining all that. And I go on and explain all that I just explained to you about, how many classes I teach and blah, 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 right? And how exhausted I am. And I told her, I said, I was just diagnosed with a neurological condition called dystonia. And, because of that, I love my job. I love it. And it helps me, actually, because I can move around, but it does exhaust me, and I get really tired because I am running. What we were asking for is maybe because what our superintendent asked us was, what can we do? What can I help you with? I'm in the hammock, actually. This is my favorite place in the whole world. This is my hammock. Anyway, she asked us, like, what could she do for us? And so we were just telling her that, having an assistant in our classroom would really be helpful, and I was explaining, how it would really help me. Because we're going, as fast as we can from door. I run from door to door. As soon as I have a class leaves, another class comes in. Anyway, I may have said that on one of my other videos, but anyway. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I'm explaining that I have this neurological condition, dystonia, yada, yada, yada. She reaches across this table. She stops, and she reaches across the table. And she looks at me kind of like this. And she goes, I have dystonia. And we both look at each other like this. You have dystonia? Yes, I have dystonia. Oh my goodness. She said, I have dystonia in the hand. So her hand, is like kind of curls in. She kind of holds it like this. But I'm guessing it stays that way most of the time. Anyway, it gave me an opportunity to share about myself and share about my artwork, share about the music, because I was explaining that I've had to let go a lot of things lately, and just kind of let them go for now. I know I'll pick them back up. I know I will. I'm excited about that too. But I've started to longboard it when I can, when I feel like it, can do it. What's happening right now is that I'm feeling locked up right here in my neck, and then I feel it coming through into my sinuses. It's the strangest thing. But anyway. And there's so many different ones, so many different patterns. Anyway. Interesting. But anyway, we talked for about 10 minutes, and then she got up, she stood up, and we both hugged, and it was just such a great moment. And I think I probably ended up crying. And then anyway, some other awesome stuff happened about that. But anyway, it's just a beautiful day, and that really made me feel validated again. Just meeting somebody else with this condition, and it just made me feel really empowered that she just actually became the superintendent and came to our school and wanted to have lunch with us. So we're in a pretty big, I actually don't know how many schools we have, but we have a pretty, I think we might have 33 elementaries and probably a dozen middle schools, and I think we have like 5 or 6 high schools. So and then I don't know. So I don't know, I felt like I met a movie star or something. It gave me a lot of hope, and she asked me to email her, and that she said that she had some information about Dystonia that she wanted to give me. So I felt like that was a really just awesome opportunity to, get to make a connection, a really important connection. And I was just like, God, what are you doing? I don't know. But, it hasn't been but a couple, about, I would say, maybe 2 weeks or maybe a week since I've been done. I don't remember, how long it's been. I'm in teacher mode right now. My brain is just bleh. So, but, I don't know how long, what am I trying to say? Newly diagnosed is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like that was a really keen sign that something's happening, I'm on the right path or whatever, I don't know. But just meeting somebody that way was really special. So, especially at the beginning of this, of my knowledge about it. Like I said, I've had this, or maybe I haven't, maybe I didn't say this, but I've experienced the condition, symptoms for 7 years or so now, and so now I'm just finally being diagnosed. So anyway, well, it's a great day. Get outside. I don't know, do something kind for yourself and take care of somebody else. Go on a walk.